Good day, students. Today we're going to look at Chapter 3. The title is Creating Anglo-America, and the period is 1660 to 1750. Now, in this chapter, it opens with an examination of Great Britain's political and colonial expansions during the late 1600s, including its conflicts with Native Americans in North America and its attempts to define trade laws on the colonist. Now, during this period, the 80 years from 1640 to 1720, it established the basic economic and political patterns that were to structure mainland colonial society by the British. By 1720, nearly the entire east coast of North America was in English hands, and Native Americans controlled east of the Appalachian Mountains, and they had largely been unbroken. After the landmass west of the Appalachian Mountains, which was controlled by the Native Americans, was basically unbroken forest land that had not been cleared yet. What had been an important immigrant population was now mostly American-born in America, except for the many African-born people in South Carolina and other southern colonies. The economies originally was based on trade in fur and skins, and had become far more complex and more closely linked with the mother country. And a wide variety of political structures had then began to be reshaped in a more uniform pattern. This is when the point that the mother country decided that they were going to use the colonies for their own economic benefits. This is called mercantilism. Colonies producing raw materials and then shipping the raw materials back to England for processing, and then England would then sell those commodities to the worldwide market. Yet at the same time, the introduction of large-scale slavery into the Chesapeake and the Carolinas differentiated their societies from those of the colonial North. They had become true slave societies in the South. The North was not a slave society, heavily reliant on systems of perpetual servitude by black folk or Africans. Although the northern colonies were not slave societies, their economy, of course, rested on profits derived from the Atlantic trading system, the key element of which was the traffic in enslaved human beings. Meanwhile, from a small outpost in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and missions in Florida, the Spanish had expanded their influence throughout the Gulf Coast region of North America and as far north as California to the west. The French had come to dominate the length of the Mississippi River and the entire Great Lakes region. Both groups of colonists lived near Native Americans and depended on the indigenous people's labor and goodwill to conduct their business. The extensive Spanish and French presence to the south and west of the English settlements made future conflicts among the European powers in North America nearly inevitable. By 1720, the essential elements of the imperial administrative structure that would govern the English colonies until 1775 had been put firmly in place. The regional economic system originated in the late 17th century and early 18th centuries also continued to dominate North American life until after independence. And finally, Anglo-Americans had developed the commitment to autonomous local government that later would lead them into conflict with Parliament and the King. Have a good day.